Hey, Rush Reckless here, and welcome to a brand new video. So in this one, we're going to be doing things a little bit different. As you can see, I'm playing on my mobile device. This is currently the deck I've been running in High Heroes League. So I actually ended up top 100 on 2 accounts last season, one with this deck and on the other account playing Swarm Rush. Had a lot of fun with both. This deck is kind of funny. You're probably wondering, why are you running level 1 Blizzard Bombs? So the thing with level 1 Blizzard Bombs is obviously it has a lot of benefits and weaknesses to, not being level 5. The benefit is that basically any unit that is played by the enemy is bound to be frozen by it and not perfectly clear it. For example, Gifted Recruits, which has like 5 strength, it'll end up being frozen, which means you can actually usually end up playing Blizzard Bombs on your turn and then transferring that into a Zhevana trigger. So like that's kind of cool, but level 5 Blizzard Bombs is a little bit harder to obviously proc on the same turn that you play it. It's going to be mostly obviously played for setup for like future turns or hoping that your enemy trades into it, etc, etc. But that's why level 1 Blizzard Bombs is kind of fun. There have been a couple games where I ended up losing because it's just too weak, so it has its trade-offs. But I've been having a lot of fun with this deck, and we're going to be playing out a couple games. Right now we're sitting at 26 in Heroes League. However, there aren't even that many players in Heroes League at the moment, so it's not like it's a big deal, but it does take forever to find a match, so I'm going to skip right into that. Wow, so we got into a game, boys and girls. It took us so long, but here we are. We're going to go ahead and cycle, of course. So usually with this kind of hand, actually no, it's fine. Okay, so I was thinking in the case where you only can play GP, and for example I didn't have erratic, then the play would obviously be, playing GP first and then Sparkly Kitties last, because you kind of want to gain that front line, and Sparkly Kitties is +1 over GP. At the same time, if you play GP too forward, then they're just gonna kill it and get the death effect from it. So you really want to avoid that, of course, and that would be the best play. This is not the end of the world. I'm really hoping we get some movement. If we don't get some movement, it's gonna be kind of a problem, because you want to get your GP up there. Wait, this changes things actually. You could actually Zhevana early. It's kind of weird. Is it worth Zhevana? No, it's not, because you only get +2 strength above it. Yeah, it's kind of dumb, honestly. So we'll go ahead and cycle. Wow, this hand is terrible. I don't like any of this right now, but it's gonna get buffed by 4, so it's gonna become 9. That's gonna be a bit of a problem actually. Even if I like play this here, it doesn't do anything. Like if it buffs the token right here, it's like, this is just not really looking good, to be honest. I'm really hoping that we can hopefully get a Zhevana proc next turn. The other play would be Blizzard Bombs into Icicle Burst, but not really what I'm looking for right now. But after +5, I mean, there's gonna be like I said, a bit of a problem. We might actually have to do something like that. So gonna be Icicle Burst on this Zhevana. Oh, it's a level 4. Oh my gosh, that means I can actually Zhevana their Zhevana. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm at least happy for that. Ooh, interesting, freebooter. So we're kind of running a similar deck. I just don't have the Hearth, although I do recognize that the Hearth is pretty solid card in general to run. I'm gonna go ahead and do this first. No reason not to. We're gonna also kill this, so we're gonna go play Spear, and we might as well just like tuck a Cedar Paws top left. I don't know what I want to do to deal with this. Actually, I'm thinking about this. It's gonna be 10 strength next turn. Unless I do this, it'll be a 5. 10 strength next turn. I don't know. I think the problem is that I don't really like this play, but okay, we'll actually defend a bit. Maybe it is the right play. I'm not totally sure at the moment, but perhaps this is the way to go about things. Next turn we could also just Wolf Cloaks if you really want to. Also looking at Blizzard Bomb cycle. I don't really think I need it right now, especially because I just played Zhevana, so definitely not the card I really want to have in my hand. That's not too bad. Oh, that's actually really good. Wow, these cards are under level, so this is actually really good for me because it's not too hard to deal with. Also, this is actually really good, so I'm going to go ahead and cycle this out. We could just Wolf Cloaks clear, but ideally we get a hand like this, which is honestly pretty beautiful, because now you can do all kinds of shenanigans. The question is, do I want to play Yelling Weavers here or here? I actually do think this position is a little bit better. I do believe so, so I'm gonna go ahead and play like this was actually no, it's fine, because we're gonna have too many units on the board. Maybe it's better to just keep things a little more simplified by putting our units like this. Yeah, this is probably a little bit better. Pretty much keeping the Yelling Weavers at higher health than it would naturally have to have, because if I did the other trade, and we don't have an extra saber pause here. I think this is fine. The rule of thumb is usually not to have too many units on board, so I would say 2 to 3 is enough. Anything more is like, it gets a little bit too hectic. We could also just toss in crazy wolf cloaks here, which I am considering. Quite a bit. That's 12 damage, and we will end up cycling sooner or later into our Zhevana. I think this is actually the play to make, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Then I'm gonna play 7 militia, and then I'll cycle after. I think that is fine. We just played Yelling Weavers. We will draw into Zhevana soon, but I still think Sparkly Kitty is a little bit better, just because we need to somehow find a way to push back the enemy. So this is actually okay. Like, for example, next turn Sparkly Kitties, freebooters. That'd be too much mana, actually. So we'd actually have to play Icicle Burst, freebooters, and hope we top deck Zhevana, which I am like 99% sure we're going to draw freebooters next turn. So honestly, might as well just do that. Yeah, I believe we will. So I'm going to go ahead and do Icicle Burst, freebooters. I think that works. Icicle Burst, freebooters, and then we're going to draw into it. Zhevana here. Yep, there it is. And then we can go ahead and do, like, the problem is this hand's not too great. This would be a 50-50, and I really want to avoid that. I don't like this though, because the problem is I am very, very sure, I'm like certain that we're gonna end up drawing into, wow, this is tragic. This is a 50. I'm pretty sure we're gonna draw into Blizzard Bombs, in which case it's just gonna freeze my own Zhevana. It's like even worse. This is a 50-50 I need to take, and if it doesn't land in my favor, that sucks. And it did land in my favor, so I'm pretty lucky for that. And we'll go ahead and play something like this. It's fine. Nice. And like I said, guys, the Blizzard Bombs was the next card, so always be keeping track of your cycles, guys. Keeping track of your cycles, because I had a very, very, very strong idea that Blizzard Bombs would be there. And if it was, I mean, we're kind of screwed. So obviously I had to play around that. This is also a really good hand, like in terms of mana efficiency. So you could consider like just not playing anything. I mean, not cycling anything, but they did just kill my Zhevana, so I mean, what's the point? I think my next card is Yelling Weavers. So I don't know if I really want to cycle this. Like, this is quite the risk, I would say. Quite the risk we have going here. So this is actually a misplay. I would say this is a misplay. Huh. If we draw into Yelling Weavers, then that's crazy. If I draw into Yelling Weavers, then this card isn't really useful. I think it is worth trying for. Oh my gosh, I'm so good at this game. Okay, I think it is worth trying for. A couple reasons. I wish I could play my whole hand though. If I could play my whole hand, that would have been like really ideal, but I can't, so still okay. Actually, guess what, guys? I'm gonna go for this really aggressive play, so it didn't even matter. Oh, I actually really like this play. It's not too bad. So we're gonna freeze everything here, and then we're gonna play Yelling Weavers top left. I don't think they have a way of dealing with this. I mean, they would have to play Frost Hexers into Icicle Burst, which they already played Icicle Burst, so Frost Hexers would be their only play to stop that. I think it's actually a pretty solid line. Yeah, there's a Frost Hexers to stop that. Keeping track of my cycles and their cycles, of course. Mistwives came out exactly with their Frost Hexers, if you guys keep that in mind. So, I mean, it's kind of, in a sense, like you should expect to see that. And I think we actually just win here. So we could actually just win here with the spare on this into Wolf Cloaks. Wow. Is that lethal? Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Not quite, though. Do you guys think we draw into Zhevana? If we draw into Zhevana, we actually win here. Or close to win here, right? This is 4, 6. We would need Blizzard Bombs, I think. Blizzard Bombs and Zhevana. Let's try that. Let's try that. If we get, there's no way though. There's no way we get Blizzard Bombs and Zhevana because we just played Blizzard Bombs. Okay, so that's kind of like over ambitious. We're gonna go ahead and play this. I believe we will draw into, like I said, Zhevana. So didn't draw into it. Wow, we did not draw into it, but that's still okay. It's fine. The whole point of this is, like, this is still a really good play, just because, like, to keep that in mind, guys, that thing is trapped there, and Zhevana won't be moving anytime soon, so top left Yelling Weavers is looking really solid here. This buff actually kind of sucks because it kills off that unit and doesn't buff my Sparkly Kitties or my other unit, so pretty solid buff, but I mean, right now the Icicle Burst is only saving grace. So, I mean, it's looking like a good game, to be honest. We haven't seen any spells that can clear this thing. So I really just expect Icicle Burst this turn, and then that's kind of it. Icicle Burst, and then maybe we could Wolf Cloak Lethal next turn. There it is. Wow, calling every single card that they have. That's amazing. Freebooter's nice. And yeah, I mean, we could, like I said, Icicle Burst Zhevana is a great way to make space. So we can do this, and even Yowling Weavers. We could like Icicle Burst Zhevana, Yowling Weavers, and then just make space and win. Interesting. Interesting. So not quite. Not quite. It's really close though. It is really close. If they didn't play this in the way, we could have actually have won there. Huh. In that case, because we don't have lethal, unless I'm doing something wrong. No, we don't have lethal. So, because we don't have lethal, I'm actually going to cycle this out. I think it's fine to freeze this again. Oh my goodness, guys. The game's over. This game's over. What are they supposed to do? I can also do this because Yowling Weavers is basically a dragon, so it will kill each other, and we could actually just freeze this, and the game's just over. Oh my gosh, level 1 Blizzard Bombs is going to win us this game, guys. I'm telling you, it's just too powerful. And that is fantastic. This is why level 1 Blizzard Bombs is amazing. They have no way to deal with this, by the way. They just used Icicle Burst last turn. They have Frost Hexers in hand, possibly, but even there's no way to make space for that. Yeah, the game is just over. That's hilarious. What a fantastic game. I think this was a good way to showcase that level 1 Blizzard Bombs is actually pretty solid. I don't know if it's like the best. I think level 5 is actually, it's more versatile because you can actually use it aggressively, like I mentioned, but level 1 Blizzard Bombs is quite the game changer there. We're going to play one more game, see what we can do with that. To game number 2 now. We're playing against Ironclad, so there's quite a few things we have to watch out for. I think one of the biggest struggles with my deck in particular is Shadowfen, particularly maybe like Brag the Shadowfen, something like that. So Ironclad isn't too bad of an issue, I think. I think it's doable. I obviously am not a fan of the fact I can't even deal with this. That really sucks. I also don't really like the freebooters here. So bad. It's just so bad. We can actually go ahead and play Blizzard Bombs right here, and no matter what they play, it's going to get frozen though. Keep that in mind. No matter what they play, if they attack into this, I'm saying, it's going to get frozen. I mean, the only thing that wouldn't is like Windmakers, because it pushes it back. That would really suck. So I'm really hoping they don't have Windmakers. The other play is playing Blizzard Bombs 1 tile to the right, but that leaves my left side open, and I really don't want them to play aggressively. Not now, especially not now. Like I just don't have the ability to deal with everything. Like it really comes down to how the opponent plays, right? So this is like the safest play, assuming that, but they played something else. Okay, that's fine. But if they play, hopefully they actually play right in front. Oh, that doesn't make sense. But like right in front of GP, that'd be funny. No way, no way. There's no way. I'm gonna do it. I don't even care. Don't even think twice. Just do it. This is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Now, if I top deck Wolf Cloaks, that'd be the best top deck. Don't top deck Wolf Cloaks. The problem is now that we don't have a solid way of dealing with that. Hopefully this is a 50-50 that we can win. Oh my gosh. My Sparkly Kitties RNG is like so good. Okay, well, I think that game's over. I think my level 1 Blizzard Bombs basically was the saving grace here. Like, if I had that at level 8, that would not have happened, guys, because they wouldn't have been able to trade the GP into that, and you guys already know, right? So, this is hilarious. I'm really looking to Yowling Weavers. What? That's such a weird play, actually. I don't know how I feel about that one. It's kind of weird. Really weird, to be honest, but we can go ahead and play just like this. I think it's fine. Yowling Weaver, Saber Paws towards the base, and just play Erratic and like bordering it. I think is fine, actually. We just don't want them to play Hearthguards, basically. That's like the idea. And if it gets down to 5, we can also just clear it with GP for next turn. So I think this is actually really fine. Yeah, GP next turn works. So we're gonna probably do that. Looking really solid. This is obviously technically a bad position for Windmakers, but once again, I really need to stop the Hearthguard because I don't know what this unstable build was. I think they definitely should have played in front of Zhevana, if anything, but It's kind of interesting. Now they're killing this, so it's kind of even more weird. Scrap planners isn't enough because you're going to take 5 at the very least. Interesting. What are the chances I draw into Zhevana again? Huh. I didn't. I played... What did I play first turn? I know I played Blizzard Bombs. Saber Paws. Blizzard Bombs. I'm kind of doubtful that that's going to happen. I'm kind of doubtful, to tell you the truth, that's going to happen. We're actually going to go ahead and just play some Militia into Freebooters. Okay, that's actually not too bad. And then Freebooters, if we have to, we could actually... Interesting. Okay, no, we're not going to do that. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. So that's going to already trade. I still don't know how I feel about this stable build here, but at the same time, if they play Hearthguards aggressively here, I don't really care. I think I'll just end up winning anyways, so it's completely fine. Like right now, their only Hearthguard activator would be gifted GP into this, and then Hearthguard into my base, dealing 14. But realistically, if they do that, they're just gonna lose because there's just too much aggression at this point. So yeah, I kind of don't really care much about this. At the same time, the problem is it doesn't perfect clear because they played Destructive Bots last turn. That's kind of why I didn't do that. Technically, they misplayed because they could have played Scrap Planners first and then played Destructive Bots. Or actually, sorry, I might... No, I believe that is correct. Yeah, they could have definitely played Scrap Planners and then played Destructive Bots, but it worked out in their favor because I couldn't have been able to play my own GP into that. That's fine. So this is gonna obviously trigger. I might have to just Zhevana that. Call it a day. Can't Zhevana this. It's okay. Yeah, I'll probably just Zhevana that. We'll do that first. Can go ahead and do that first for sure. And we can cycle out this. I think we're gonna draw into either what, Yelling Weavers or something. Oh my gosh, this game's too easy. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just play defensive at this point. There's really no reason to overcommit. I hope that it buffs the Yelling Weavers. Wow, combined luck with also skill, and then it's kind of crazy how you just can never lose, I guess. Next turn, we basically have lethal. We have lockdown in so many ways. Just Saber Paws or Wolf Cloaks is lethal. I think that is going to be the end of that. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I can't totally call it a game yet. Tagore, yeah, this game's over. This game's over. So the thing with Tagore is that it doesn't totally give you... It does give you some on-play value, 6 for 8-2, but I think the biggest issue with it is just the fact that you end up giving up... Like, if you don't get this death effect, it's pretty bad. It's pretty dang bad. And this opponent here is playing against me, who's playing a freeze deck, so, you know, it's not too great. No, I didn't handshake in time. Oh, it's so bad. But... yes, they are playing against a freeze deck, so that makes Tagore even worse because the effect isn't even going to go off at all. So, you know, that's pretty much it, guys. Had a lot of fun. I hope you guys can see the power of Lv1 Blizzard Bombs. I'm currently ranked 14, although it doesn't really matter because the season's still really early. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys are all doing well. Peace.